morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It's another What the Fuck Wednesday, February 10th, 2021, episode number 622. Guys, I've got some news. I was very dehydrated before I started the TB12 method. Gained about 10 pounds immediately, but I've got the Bruce Arians Scally cap here. You guys like it?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Look? I've completed it.
It's something.
It looks awesome. I like the look
With that
a lot.
shirt, it's something.
Speaking
this
of,
is just formal wear.
Speaking of that, we have the winner of the Super Bowl prop bets, right, Bubba?
We do. Yeah. We
is.
do indeed. We do.
Don't sound so surprised, Bubba.
I thought you guys were gonna riff a little. I don't know, man.
No,
But
we got 12 stories.
We
got 12 stories. Yeah.
Right, let's run through it. So I do.
But
have the
Bubba,
winners
actually,
of
before
the,
you get going, I mean, I am on glass number 5 of 6 of the 30-ounce glasses of water. So
We
you
don't
guys
have time
drinking your
for
water.
We don't have time for this, Will.
You drinking your water?
Who won the prop
we,
bets?
don't, we don't have time for
Yeah.
piss breaks either. Will. So we do the winners. I'm going to announce them from third to first. We have William Huey, who scored in the third place. We'll hit you up. I'll send you an email.
Great first name.
A good Heart Ohio member. We have Dan Stockklein, who took second place. Dan, you
Bubba's
arrogant
rival,
little fuck.
Dan.
Dan was
You
asking who won
assumed you
yesterday,
won,
too.
but you
Yeah.
fucking came in second, bud. And then our winner, drum roll, is Dom Dundee. I will
Wow.
send you an email. Yeah, Dom got 18 of the 24 correct. We had a tiebreaker one, and then the other 2 questions were miscellaneous. But
He also wins the
Dom
name
got 18
competition.
and 24. Yeah, he fucking
Yeah.
killed it.
Dom
So
Dundee.
congratulations, Dom. We'll get in touch with you. I'll send you an email later today from hardfactornews@gmail. Look out for it, and we'll get in touch.
Excellent.
Congratulations to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, way
Congratulations.
to go
It was
on all
fun.
the prize
It was fun.
winners, especially Dom.
Dan wanted to know who won the other day, and then he also started pitching us on steroids on the Discord. If you go to patreon.com/hardfactor, you can join our Discord. And I was like, Dan, all this steroids talk, were you on steroids when you started coming after Bubba? And he goes, that was the first week I was on steroids.
Cycle 1. Cycle 1.
Hits you hard. All right, 12 stories in the lightning round today. Shout out to the Hard Factor interns and the Heart Ohio for all the excellent story submissions. Pat, get us going.
All right, guys, let's get to the biggest news of the day. Impeachment part 2. Trump's lawyers, David Schoen and Bruce Castor, kicked off the day yesterday with an attempt at an early kill shot, citing do we even really want to do this? This guy's not even the president anymore, defense. But after a 56-44 vote certifying that the trial is in fact constitutional, which, by the way, included 6 Republicans, the impeachment rides on into today where we get into the thick of it, the evidence. Guys, the overall consensus was that Trump's legal team has absolutely no idea what they're doing. So much so, it led to my cousin Vinny trending on Twitter, 2 youths, and also Republican Senator Bill Cassidy to change his vote to be in favor of continuing the trial because they had done such a bad job.
That's hilarious. And they've done such a bad job, they may actually get like 3 of those 6 people to vote for conviction in the end, which will still be way short of the total they need. But
Right,
That first guy, Castor Jr. or whatever, he was all over the fucking place.
Oh, you're going to hear from him. You're going to hear from him.
Trump defense is pretty weak.
The great part about
The D
Cassidy
squad.
is he refused to say if he thought that Trump committed high crimes and misdemeanors because he doesn't think that. He's just literally getting his money's worth. Nothing. Bad lawyers doesn't change his mind. It just means he wants to sit and watch the show. Absolutely,
exactly.
guys. Cassidy described their opening statements as, quote, disorganized and random.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
the most thoughtful. I liked Jon Stewart's analysis. He was like, "Why'd they give Trump such shitty public defenders?"
There you go. Guys, here's a taste of one of the attorneys, Bruce Castor, giving a no-context speech about the legal culture in Nebraska for some reason.
You know, it's interesting because I don't want to steal the thunder from the other lawyers, but Nebraska, you're going to hear, is quite a judicial thinking place. And just maybe Senator Sass is on to something. You'll hear about what it is that the Nebraska courts have to say about the issue that you all are deciding this week.
Solid
Wow.
stuff.
Compelling arguments from that guy.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, where the hell did this guy come from? So, I did a little digging, as any good journalist does. And I actually found a clip of Castor at one of his first mock trials when he was back in law school. So,
Have you ever had a dream that you had you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Oh,
You should have stuck with that speech. That was way better.
not
he
sure
was adorable back then.
I wonder what that
pass
kid's doing.
that class. Guys, we'll update you on the ridiculous spectacle of terrible lawyering and the attempt to fire a retired man tomorrow. And if you're like Bill Cassidy and you know when to slow down when it's time to make memories, then you'll love our next sponsor, paintyourlife.com. Guys, give your loved ones an unexpected gift that they're sure to love in the form of a custom hand-painted portrait from paintyourlife.com.
Bill Cassidy needs to take a picture of this moment and get it made by Paint Your Life. And then
He's
he
gonna get a
just-
bunch
he
of
could-
paintings.
He could just
Cassidy-
stare at it on his mantelpiece forever.
He is the Michael Jackson with popcorn meme for the rest of the week. There's no doubt about that. You guys, you can choose from a team of world-class artists and work with them every step of the way until every detail is perfect. You can send in any picture. You can send a picture of yourself, your kids, your dog. Wes has a photo of him shirtless with a chihuahua clamped on his nipple like Cuomo. And they'll paint it. It's crazy. You can even combine photos into one painting, multiple photos. So, like maybe someone wasn't there, maybe you want to get your family together, reunion. That's a great way to do it because you guys haven't been together for COVID. Check out paintyourlife.com. It's friggin' awesome. And by the way, guys, paintyourlife.com. There's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money's refunded, guaranteed. And right now, as a limited time offer, you can get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off, and free shipping. Holy shit!
What a deal.
I know we hammer this home, but guys, try to ship a painting. I dare you.
I
You
keep,
better.
so
I
expensive.
keep expecting them to take that out of the copy any day now.
Yeah,
the
you're gonna have to
free
get another
shipping?
mortgage to ship
Yeah.
that painting to the house that you just mortgaged. Guys, get the special offer by texting the word "factor" to 64,000. That's "factor" to 64,000. So just text "factor" 64,000. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Disclaimer, real quick. Terms apply. Available at paintyourlife.com. Again, text "factor" to 64,000.
What the fuck, Hard Factory? You've been promising free shipping this whole time? We can't afford that.
Swear to God, Paint Your
expecting
Life.
that.
Seriously, shout out to the Discord chat again. We had a listener on there tell us about how he gave his parents a Paint Your Life as a gift this year because of the COVID. Like Pat was mentioning, they hadn't been together. Said it absolutely knocked it out of the park. Favorite gift that he's ever given. So
Absolutely.
and he showed a picture of the painting. Was phenomenal. So
All right, you guys didn't like Showen's poetry reading when he got a little teary-eyed? I thought that was powerful when he's talking about the boats and the ships and the waves.
what about the impeachment?
Yeah, you didn't like that? You didn't see that?
The guy was crying and
I thought the guy who was
the
crying
lawyer.
was Schoen was the second guy for Trump.
it was
I thought,
prosecution.
Oh,
or was he-
also,
or
there's a
was he
guy
defense?
for the Democrats that started crying when he was talking about his family. I thought you were talking about him.
No, I was talking about when he was reading the boat poem and
Got
got
it.
really yeah. Anyway, guys
You
with
know it's good
Democrat,
when two lawyers are crying.
Yeah, it's
That's
a good
great.
legal strategy. Cry in court.
it's very passionate.
Fucking crush. And then compliment the other side for doing a good job of presenting evidence. Those guys are dead in the water.
Guys, with Democrats turning February into a big hoopla over an old white guy, it's easy to forget that February is actually Black History Month and should be celebrated as such. How dare the Democrats try to take away Black History Month like this? You know what I mean? Anyway, not everyone shares our sentiment here at Hard Factor
Distractions.
that Black History Month should not be muddled with old white people arguing about an old white guy. Some people actually do want to sweep it under the rug and pretend it does not exist, like one Utah charter school did. The Maria Montessori Academy School in North Ogden, Utah. Here's a pic of the school. So,
Wait, Wes, you photoshopped that top sign on, huh?
no, that's an actual picture of the school.
That whites only sign is on there.
It's right there. They make it very clear what's going on in there. Anyway, the school sent out a letter that allowed parents to, quote, exercise their civil rights to not participate in Black History Month at the school. This was after some families apparently called the school to ask if their child could be omitted from Black history learning.
Well, like, how does that work? It's the month in the whole country, so
Right.
I mean, like, if it's like omitting yourself from National Pizza Day, like what?
Well, it's
like,
tough in Utah when you've never ever touched a black person. You know, you've never shook a hand.
Right.
Never been within 12 feet. You've never seen one in person.
Can we
like
pull
black
little
deniers
Sarah
up there.
out? Can we pull little Sarah out of the class when you're doing the Black History? We don't care what you do with her. Just
I'd
get
like
her
you
out
to
of the
single
class.
out my daughter and make her stand in the hall when you talk
Yeah.
about Black History Month.
Don't want her to be confused. You know.
She's got a great imagination. Just have her think about other stuff.
Right. And everything was going great. Nobody was going to learn shit
Give
about
her
Black
a KKK
history.
coloring book when she's out in the hallway waiting on that
Who the fuck
lesson to
would
be
call in
done.
and ask for this?
Yeah, well, everything was going great. Nobody was going to learn shit about Black history. And then the NAACP got involved, and it made national news. And now suddenly everyone is going to trudge through Black History Month together at the school. And the option to opt out has been taken off the table.
Yeah,
Wink,
now they're gonna
wink.
have to do extra Black History Month because of all this attention.
They ain't learning shit. They're not gonna. If no one, they're not gonna force anyone to learn Black History Month. They're just saying they are now.
Oh my god. You hate to be the black teacher at that school this month. 'Cause
Oh,
you're gonna you're gonna have to come in. Yeah, it's gonna be
Everybody
fresh
asking you your fucking opinion on this thing.
Right.
And you have nothing to say. Like, I can't say what I'd like to say.
That's
probably.
tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Get it together, that school. Okay, well, I can't wait to do this one, so I'm just going to do it as my first story today. Texas lawyer and internet doofus Rod Ponton showed up to virtual court in the 394th District of Texas on his Zoom meeting with a cat filter on. And can you just roll the clip, please, Bubba?
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take a
We're
look.
trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
I can see that. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
God, that's amazing.
It's so good that a little cat's eyes are moving and his little mouth is moving. He's like darting around looking at what to do. So
The
Rod
cat
Ponton,
looking down at the corner is the biggest meme of 2021 so far, probably.
Oh, I watched that video at least 100 times yesterday.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so that was Ponton explaining to the judge that he was not a cat, even though he appeared to be one, because he set up a Zoom filter that I now must absolutely find myself. Ponton became extremely embarrassed when asked about the incident by probably every news source in the world as it went super viral. Ponton was agitated that the court released the video at all, especially with his name on it, and had this to say. Oh, that was just a mistake by my secretary. I was using her computer, and for some reason she had that filter on. I took it off and replaced it with my face. It was a case involving a man trying to exit the United States with contraband and contraband cash. All it was a mistake. It was taken off, and we had the hearing as normal. So he blamed it right on his fucking secretary.
He sounded so sad that he wasn't a cat.
Oh.
I'm prepared to go forward.
I'm not a cat. Gibbs Bauer, another attorney on the team, probably fearful of the wrath of old Ron Ponton, said, I have no idea what caused Ponton to become a cat. Probably just a computer glitch. Definitely not Rod always being a cat on Zoom. So everyone's trying to defend this fucking guy. Like,
Well, he's just like he's a boomer. He made a big time boomer play. Made it on a national stage. Just got international probably.
Right.
Honestly,
International,
That's
for
an
sure.
international.
You
meme
get
now.
home, your wife's like, how'd it go in court today? Well, my lawyer was a fucking cat. Showed up as a cat, wasn't even a human.
My god darn assistant had a dang cat filter up on her Zoom. Oh my god.
The judge really fucking nailed him on Twitter afterwards and was like, make sure if a kid's on your computer, you don't have a cat filter on. But I didn't want to play that one. I wanted to give Rod some redemption. In the end, he eventually learned to laugh about the incident and certainly gained some recognition for making us all laugh, as he can be seen here with U.S. Congressman from Texas, Tony Gonzalez, who tweeted out a picture that was captioned, just grabbed a beer with Rod in Presidio tonight. Can confirm he's not a cat.
And there you have it.
hilarious.
Someone's got to come fucking ruin the joke.
That's awesome.
He looks a little cat-like to me, honestly. Yeah, he should have gone with some funnier copy there.
Whoops.
All right,
Cat, better
fellas.
get it on this joke and just
you go.
fuck it up. One of the funniest things that's literally ever happened on the planet. Better ruin it with a tweet at the end of the day saying, he's not a cat.
We're in Texas. He's a real Texas lawyer. He ain't a cat man.
I don't know if they're going to beat that video this year.
No, it's fucking unbeatable. It's fucking unbeatable.
It is a great A great video. If you have not watched the cat video, watch it. I got another one you want to talk about, fellas, but I got to change of hats because, crikey, we're headed back down under, fellas. I got a spot of good news today down in Australia. We're headed back down under for a story that's not about sex trafficking for once, eh? So, good news on that front, eh, fellas? That's right. We're headed to Adelaide, Southeastern Freeway, where a cuddly koala has caused a 6-car highway pileup before 7 a.m. Monday morning. This little fella was just walking off his Super Bowl hangover across the highway there when a male driver came to a screeching halt to avoid hitting the little bugger as he crossed the highway. 6-car pileup, and we have a local do-gooder named Nadia Tugwell arrive on the scene to scoop up the little bastard in a blanket, rescue him, and put him inside a car. And Bubba, I think we got a picture. It was an all-time legendary photograph, eh? There he is, the koala. That bloke, he's just sitting on the driver's seat there. Totally cool, totally chill after he's been rescued from the highway by Nadia Tugwell. So all's well that ends well. There's a video of the koala rustling around the car, eh? Trying to grab onto the car bits. You guys see that one? You check it out.
I'm loving it. I have no idea what you just said.
Missed it.
I think I'm getting it. Was he driving the car?
It looks like he was a professional driver. Did he get any miles in?
It's a cute picture.
All right. Yeah. I mean, he was rescued from amongst the car pileup, eh, on the highway there, and then they put him in to wait until the authorities arrived. He was just in there chilling in the car cab, eh? And all-time photograph there. Additionally, no motorists were injured. It was just a couple of fender benders and some hearty laughs in the end, eh? Just the way it should be down under. The koala bear released right onto his favorite tree just hours later. So, fantastic time down under, fellas.
Happy ending.
That's really nice. Guys, if you're living in Iran and you're worried about COVID, good. You should be. There's little to no air conditioning in that country, and the sweltering, sweaty environment combined with the constant wrestling makes the entire country like a virtual COVID hot tub. But, guys, luckily, Iran has been rolling out the COVID vaccine as of late. So as long as you can get your hands on the vaccine, you should be fine. There is one small catch, though. According to an Iranian cleric, Ayatollah Abbas Tabarzarian, the COVID-19 vaccination turns people into, quote, homosexuals. And you might be thinking, so what? So it turns you a little gay. At least I can taste and smell, right? Well, that is true, but it's kind of hard to taste and smell and get used to being newly gay when you're dead, because in Iran, homosexuality is a crime punishable by death.
Oh God.
So they'll kill you if you take the vaccine.
Right.
I was thinking, does he have the numbers to back this up?
Well, I don't know, but he took to
He's like, it happened to me.
Yeah, he better be. It almost happened to him. It was really close. But he pulled
got
out
the data.
I didn't take the second shot. I was getting pretty gay there.
Didn't get the second shot. Yeah, guys, Tabarzarian took to the Iranian version of the social media app Telegram called Horseback to tell his followers, quote, "Don't go near those who have had the COVID vaccine. They have become homosexuals." Yeah, that's gonna be a tough side effect to sell in the commercials. Diarrhea, bloating, gayness. Guys, apparently Tabarzarian doesn't just hate gays.
It's a big one.
And medicine.
Did I read that right?
The vaccine's having a hard enough time. Now it makes you gay. I mean, it's just like, not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but obviously,
No.
it's going to scare some people off.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, but unless you're in Iran or wherever, like the perfect excuse for this country.
Rewind the commercial. I need to hear the side effects
say,
one more time.
Come here. Let's wrestle real quick. And then, guys, apparently Tabarzarian doesn't just hate gays and medicine that turns people into gays, but just medicine in general. This is evidenced by last year's videotaped ceremony where he burned Harrison's Manual of Medicine after claiming that Islamic medicine has made such books irrelevant. Well, which one is it? Is it the medicine that makes you gay or the non-medicine that makes you ungay?
Well, it's both.
If you ask me, Tabarzarian is using the vaccine as a scapegoat to explain how some gays got into Iran on his watch after former Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad had done a clean sweep of them back in 2007. Remember that? He got rid of all the gays. There were no gays in the run. Yeah. This is just
Sure, everyone. I'm sure everyone came out and just was very honest about themselves being gay in that sweep.
Yeah.
Well,
Why do
yeah.
you talk at this one part of the commercial? I need I need to hear this part of the commercial.
Wait,
I
what did
missed
he say? Bati, what did he say, Bati? But in all
Daily
seriousness,
reminder to be happy you don't live in Iran.
Yeah, get out of there, bro. Come over to where it's cool. Cool by electricity, air conditioning.
Yeah.
Look it up, Iran.
Crazy. All right, guys. The beaches of Vancouver Island, British Columbia are disgusting. Back in 2006, 2 blue and black New Balance sneakers with size 12 feet inside of them washed up ashore. Bubba's got the picture of the shoes. Luckily, they don't have the pictures of them. And since then, more than a dozen, that's the only picture I could find, more than a dozen other instances of shoes with feet inside them have washed up. And nobody seems to think this is weird. Even the coroner's office gave this.
What?
Yeah, even the coroner's office gave this explanation as to why they think it's happening. Quote, most likely the feet become separated from the rest of the remains as they decomposed. Instead of sinking, the shoe-encased foot floats and is carried along by ocean currents until it is broken apart or washed up onto a beach. So that's their...
Sure, that is what happened.
But there's just countless bodies being dropped in the ocean.
Yeah, there's a backstory we got to get to. Why are these people with running shoes
exactly
being
well,
tossed?
because they
into
were abducted and killed. Obviously.
Like brand new running shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a Nimbus. That was an old model. That was a couple years.
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, no mention of the fact that there's probably like a serial killer whose mark is leaving feet and shoes on the fucking loose.
The water must have a perfect cut off of the ankles, like a circular
No,
saw.
it makes tons of sense that
Does
the
it?
foot just disintegrates off the body. If you just dump a body like off a boat in the
Well,
middle of
that's
the
the
ocean.
Why wouldn't it
Yes.
be like at the leg or something?
No,
Why is
because
it-
like the shoe, like Wes said, the shoe just like is encasing the foot, and then the skin and bones get so weak that they fall apart. Then the shoe just floats it.
Wouldn't
back
that take
into land.
years for a foot to
Yeah,
fucking
I
come
think
off
it does.
a
Probably
body?
take months to years. Yeah.
Well, that would look like a pretty new pair of shoes. I don't know.
This is Canada,
that
Will.
was. Put that picture up again, Bubba.
You're missing
Let's
the
look up
point.
the brand.
someone's
and the,
cutting off motherfuckers'
so-
feet.
That's a new pair of shoes.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
new.
that is a no.
What?
That's not a new pair of shoes.
That ain't.
Look at the tread on the bottom. You
That
see the
ain't
tread?
bone. That ain't bone deterioration. Old. I tell you that.
That's not a new shoe. That's a what is that?
It's not like
Hold
it
on,
has
I
a
gotta look
Reebok
up
pump
this.
on it.
This is 2006, mind you, Will, when he's washed ashore. So anyway, they said that
Yeah,
all
that
but
shoe's from like that shoe's. That
I don't understand what your logic is on that one, but they say that all these cases have been found through the missing persons database, and they think they're drownings or whatever. No mention of like that possibly there's some psycho cutting people's feet off out there.
The new Nimbuses, first of all, look nothing like that.
That Nimbus shoe is from 2006.
Yeah.
No one who is wearing a fucking Nimbus, their feet should be washing up in their Nimbuses on
Right.
fucking Canadian soil. Is the point?
Right. And now people are like doing pranks on the on the beaches now, putting animal bones in shoes and stuff, and
That's
That's
it's
fun.
it's crazy.
Just helping the serial killer get away with it.
Right.
This is not a serial
Confusing the police.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a very strange phenomenon, if not a serial killer.
killer. Yeah, it's
Anyway.
like no, it's just like this town. Where is it again? That's Washington?
That one was what's the beach name? I had it.
British Columbia,
It's,
dog.
it's Vancouver, Vancouver
That's
Island,
what I'm
British
saying.
Columbia.
Anybody
but-
who's dropped in the ocean to die in northern Pacific is just going to wash up there. Their shoes.
No.
just their
He's messing with
shoes.
us.
Rex Ryan's booked a flight to British Columbia.
Why is that? Why is that so hard to believe?
We got to move on.
Okay, yeah. All right. Guys, just a little heads up here. We have even more free content coming your way every week on Stereo, every Wednesday and Friday. Two of us will be hosting an additional show on the Stereo app, and so far they have been a lot of fun. The best thing about Stereo is that you, the listener, can drive the show by participating live. Have a question, send it to us in the app, and we will answer it in real time. Want us to talk about a specific topic, send us a suggestion, and off we go.
We'll
it's
get
really
so
fun.
Specific on everything.
What's that?
We're
Specific.
gonna get Pacific on all of it.
We are. Yeah. So go to stereo.com/Hard Factor Mark, Hard Factor Wes, Hard Factor Will, and Pat Cassidy to sign up. Really important to use one of those URLs. We're actually going to pin a URL at the top of our Twitter page, and that will really help us out. It's free to you, but it really helps us out. So to keep delivering fresh, free content to you guys. So
We got one today. Who's going today?
I think Pat and I are up.
You and
Oh,
Pat?
I
Okay.
love a Wes and Pat session. We have easily the most sketchy morals, and you get us together.
Yeah. So again, stereo.com/Hard Factor Wes, Mark, Will, and Pat Cassidy. And then once you sign up, you'll be notified when we go live. So check it out, please.
Beautiful. All right, guys, we've done enough COVID stories over the past year where you guys are pretty familiar with which countries are super strict on lockdowns and stuff, right? You want to take a quick quiz? Sweden, strict or not on lockdowns?
Not.
Strict.
No, not, Pat. Not at all. Australia, strict or not?
Very. Extremely.
Very strict.
Pat?
Strict.
The U.S. I tried to trick you guys.
Come on.
Tried to trick you guys. Last one. The U.K., strict or not?
Very.
Very, yeah.
Very indeed. Pretty strict. They've had, 2 lockdowns already. I think that was, they said that's poppycock, those 2 lockdowns. They're amping it up a notch. Health Secretary for England, Matt Hancock, has unveiled the new travel restrictions that are going to go into place this Monday for anyone who wants to come into the UK. And if you disobey the travel restrictions that start on Monday, you could go to jail for 10 years.
Oh, it's like defacing a statue at a U.S. riot.
Yes. If by defacing the statue it was you lying about where you've been before you came
Well,
to the
they're trying to
UK.
prove a point. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's a 10-year sentence for people they're trying to prove a point on.
Right. But the statue thing, probably fewer people are doing than the hundreds of thousands of people probably lying about.
Well, they're not going to actually convict anybody of this.
Well,
they're going to
that's not
convict
what
one
not what
person.
Hancock's saying. Hancock told the House of Commons on Tuesday that he made no apologies for the strict policy. The exact rule is anyone who lies about having not been in a country that is in the red zone for COVID in the past 10 days prior to arriving in the UK on the passenger locator form that Pat's lied on a few times that you have to fill out on the plane will go to jail for 10 days starting Monday. Anyone who refuses to take a first COVID test 2 days after arriving in the UK, this is anyone, will be fined £1,000, and those who don't take a second COVID test will be fined £2,000. Pound's still doing pretty well last time I checked.
Yeah, that's like $5,000.
That's a lot of money.
Here's what you want to do.
That's like $3,000.
You want to pretend that you got really bad handwriting. So they're going to give you the form, right? And you're going to write it. You're going to start writing on it, but it's not going to make any sense. You see what I'm saying? And then
Doctor's handwriting.
when it comes to your zip code, throw a number in there. Maybe it's not in your zip code. Phone number, short it.
Where
Yeah, you can just lie
have I
completely.
been?
Wait, so it's 10 days.
10 days prior to the UK. Yeah, you can't have been in any country that's in the red zone, which is a lot. He's implementing extra resources to help enforce the policy for haters like Will, who says, how's he going to enforce it? He's getting extra people involved. He did end the speech on a high note when he yelled MOT, because apparently he's a Leeds fan and also a bit of a dick. So, we got to, I think we have, there's Bamford celebrating, marching on
Wait
together,
a
go
second.
Leeds.
So a Leeds guy is
No, he's not a Leeds
10
fan.
years?
He's not a Leeds fan. I just wanted to throw in a picture of Leeds. And if you think going to jail for 10 years for lying about traveling is tough, imagine trying to pay off your debt when you get out. I know it's taking me about 10 years to get my debt to a manageable level, and that's only because I did not know about Lightstream till recently. How much money are you paying in interest on your credit cards every month? It's too much, right? So why not consolidate your credit cards into just one payment at a lower fixed rate and start saving money like Wes and I have done? It's easy with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Rates start at just 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. It's much lower than the national average interest rate on credit cards, which is 18, 20%, whatever. Get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000 with absolutely no fees. You can even get your money as soon as you apply. And there's a quick disclaimer, if you'll let me. Subject to credit approval, rates range from 5.95% APR to 99.9% APR and includes 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rates require excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information. And you also get a special interest rate discount if you go to lightstream.com/factor. So go to spell it out right here, LIGHTSTREAM STREM.com/factor. Nailed it.
Boom.
Cool.
There you go.
yourself a
Okay, fellas. We got to move it along. We got 5 more to get through in this lightning round. First up, South Dakota is fucking up big time. This is submitted by listener Piccolodian. And I always knew there was something about that smoking hot Stone Cold Fox, Kristi Noem, that just wasn't right. And here it is. The governor of South
That's her
Dakota.
behind.
Let's see her.
No, there's a lot wrong.
It's wrong.
There's a lot more wrong than just a hot behind. The governor of South Dakota has decided she's smarter than the voters, and that's what's wrong. And she has had a judge throw out the November ballot initiative to legalize marijuana in the state. Noem is such a fucking narc. She even paid the legal fees for the challenge from a highway patrol superintendent and a sheriff to the ballot, meaning that the taxpayers were paying to both defend the ballot that passed by a legal vote in the state, and also the attack on the constitutional amendment by Noem and her patrol superintendent and the sheriff. And as a result, on Monday of this week, South Dakota's 6th Circuit Judge Christina Klinger ruled that Constitutional Amendment A, which would have legalized marijuana in the state, did not follow the proper state processes for approval and is therefore void. Of course, this ruling will be challenged by pro-marijuana groups, and it may end up passing without regulation in the state because that's sort of what the argument's over, which would be
Not if
awesome.
Noem has something to say about it.
Well, Noem is definitely going to stand in the way again. It doesn't change any of the fact, if it does pass eventually, that Noem is an absolute power-hungry tyrant. So welcome to the soft corner, Kristi Noem. Every single marijuana initiative passed in November, and you are a tyrant who stands in the way of the will of the people, more like Kristi Putin. Just like her buddy Vlad, she doesn't care what the people think. She just does what she fucking wants. This commie prick tyrant.
Hey.
Well, that's Kristi Putin for you fellas. She's in the soft corner.
Yeah, you don't need drugs to enjoy South Dakota. There's a lot to do
So
there.
mad at her and her hot rear end.
Nah, she's a mortal enemy of mine after this move.
All right.
Oh, man.
enough.
All right, guys.
I forgive her.
Yeah.
Never forgive her.
You got to respect a man that sees things through to the end. Like the subject of our next story, 79-year-old Joseph Stroud of Bentonville, Arkansas, home of Walmart, I believe. You see, Joseph was part of one of America's oldest customs, and that was being in a lifelong feud with his neighbor, Fred Allen McKinney. Yeah, these two old bastards hated each other. Not sure how the beef started or how long it went, but that's not really important. What is important is Joseph's dedication to the discourse. See, where a lesser man would have counted himself the victor and eased up after his arch nemesis died, Joseph continued fucking with this son of a bitch neighbor well after he was in the grave.
That's when he can't respond.
Exactly. He's at his weakest. Then, according to a...
That's when you discover something about yourself that you're a true psychopath, when you're still going after somebody after they're dead.
That's the day. That's the day you figure it out.
When you're like, I'm really fucked up.
Could be that he read the TB12 method and saw things through to the end, guys. According to a probable cause report,
What? You think that going to peak performance is gonna make somebody
page
go crazy
82,
like this?
stick-to-itiveness.
I think you'll find out what he's talking about. He's trying to get hydrated so he can do something here with his pee.
Guys, you wish it was his. According to a probable cause report filed in the Circuit Court of Benton County, the granddaughter of Fred Allen McKinney contacted police in July after she and her family began finding dead animals on her grandfather's grave 2 months prior. She told police then that her grandfather and Joseph Stroud, who had farms next to each other when he was alive, shared a boundary for several years and, quote, never got along with each other.
No kidding.
Yeah,
This is because I knew you love squirrels.
See,
This is dead squirrel.
Stroud holds on to a grudge like MacGruber, and he was arrested in August after he was caught. This is pretty great on surveillance camera, dressed in overalls and with a woman's wig on, placing dead animals on the headstone of his enemy, his dead enemy. He was charged with defacing objects of public respect and is believed to have caused more than $2,500 worth of damage by staining the headstone with the blood of dead animals. He kept piling on there. Stroud was given, what a psycho. He fucking dressed up like
Somebody's
a lady.
to kick this guy's ass, you know?
Yeah, you gotta have a hobby.
How old is
You
he?
gotta have a hobby.
70 something?
His
79.
old ass.
Stroud
Yeah,
was
he's
given.
just a 79-year-old psycho. I mean, I'm ashamed for him that he didn't learn it earlier in his life. You know, this guy, like, this. I mean, it's terrible for him, his whole family. Stroud, you know.
What kind of
You
animals?
gotta- how long before he was revealed as a complete psychopath to the rest of the world did his family know this?
The whole time.
The whole time, right?
The whole time.
You know
This
from
guy-
like the start.
The guy put on a dress and was just playing dead animals in the tombstone. They knew.
Yeah, Stroud was
mad.
hiding in plain sight.
Hey,
for
where are you
years.
going, Grandpa?
I'm seeing things
It's
through to the
Grandma.
end. Something you wouldn't know anything about. Yeah, guys, Stroud was given a 1-year suspended sentence and will have to pay more than $2,500 in victim restitution. They also took his driver's license. Probably a good thing.
That's nice.
That's a good thing.
He'll find his way to the cemetery, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't stop crazy.
Get there. All right, guys. I think it's time to check in on something very important, and that is how the advancement of sex robots is coming along. Here's a clip of one of the newest prototypes in action.
People are teaching me to be a good robot, but this is not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah.
So
as you,
that's terrifying.
yeah, as you can see, it looks like the Ruin Your Life model is just around the corner.
Yeah, but you can still hear her jaws like moving like an erector set. That's
You were attracted to that, Wes?
No, it's a joke.
Wes is like, I'd just like to get her and a can of WD-40 in a room and have myself a time.
I'm opening up a bank account no one knows about. So what you could not see if is basically a really slutty looking sex doll with giant tits talking, and like Will said, she still has the grease, the mechanical sounds going on.
It doesn't sound like something you want to stick your dick inside. That's for sure.
No.
With all the sound of metal screeching against each other.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a remote control bull that needs to be serviced. Is what
They'll fix it.
You definitely just stick some like carrots in it first.
Yeah. No, they're gonna fix it.
Test it out.
Just make sure it doesn't bite. Test its jaw reflex.
And because of COVID and the lack of human interaction, these sex dolls are flying off the shelves. But the Hong Kong law firm ONC Lawyers for Lexology is warning that these new dolls are actually very dangerous. Thank you, Intern Cam, for bringing the story. As they can now hold tools and manipulate their surroundings, and in the blink of an eye, can be hacked and kill an unsuspecting lover. So 1 minute you're laying back for another very sad blowjob, and the next thing you know, your robot is tearing your dick off. Yeah.
So this is just like the teledildonics things where people hack in and lock your penis in it. Why are there so many sex hackers that are trying to kill people?
Well,
Because
they need to stop putting every electronic on the fucking internet.
Yeah, because it's very easy to hack into these things. It's not like they have the same security protocols for like cell phones or computers.
Well, it's like the Internet of Things. It's like you have a fucking light bulb in your house. It's probably pretty easy to hack that thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
My blow up doll. I mean, a blow up doll wouldn't do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't buy
Yeah,
this
exactly.
shit. That thing couldn't even give like a Pinocchio hand job, and it's gonna kill you. Like perfect the mechanical
look,
blowjob.
you can
first,
barely
and
get
then worry about
Bluetooth
that.
headphones to work on a fucking laptop. Do
Right.
you think you can fuck a robot yet? No.
Right.
It's
Pat,
not.
you'll-
It's not where it needs to be.
You don't want to bleed out from your ripped off dong and balls, buddy.
Right.
I don't need to worry about until at least 2.0.
All right.
Yeah. Dr. Spoils Fun, who wrote the article, said that the manufacturers could face manslaughter charges by gross negligence if one of the sex robots does kill someone and their system
Oh
is
yeah,
easily
right. You have to
hackable.
sign up as soon as you get the Sex Robot app. The first, I agree, is like if your dick gets ripped off by a hacker, you can't sue us. That's
Yeah,
all.
you're probably
That's
right.
the first line in the.
You're
the
checking whatever
terms of
box
service.
And everyone's
to
signing
get
it, yeah.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly is gross.
Can I get it with you? Can you check the boxes before I pick this thing up, please?
Did you guys hear about the Gorilla Glue hair woman?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen her, but I've heard of her.
Yeah. So Louisiana woman Tessica Brown went viral recently because she posted on February 4th that she had Gorilla Glue in her hair for over a month and she could not get it out. Let's play that clip, Bubba.
My hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with the little Got to Be glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this. Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea.
Bad idea.
Yeah, it's permanent glue.
It was a bad idea.
It looks like it's doing the job. I mean,
Yeah, her
The
hair
hair's
didn't
in
move.
place, yeah.
This
Yeah.
longer,
It-
it
it's
didn't
a
move at all. Yeah.
Killer ad for Gorilla Glue, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah, it really
It
is.
is, Pat.
It
So
works
even more
great.
recent, yeah, it is. Even more recently, she started threatening to sue the extremely adhesive glue company because she could not get it out of her hair.
She sprayed her own head with permanent glue.
Yeah, she went to the ER and they put acetone in it. They couldn't get it out. She's trying to get some of that sticky cash. She hired a lawyer. She cites that the product's label warns against using on your eyes, skin, or clothing, but didn't mention the hair. So loophole. It also doesn't mention their urethra, I don't think, and I happen to have some Gorilla
Hey, what's
Glue.
your hair attached to?
Uh,
You're pretty sure your
Mons
skin.
pubis.
Pretty
Your
sure your
skin.
skin, which
Okay.
is on the fucking label.
So we'll popped a hole in that case already. It's okay, guys. This is a story that is likely going to end well for everyone as Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Michael Obeng has decided to step up and take on Brown's stuck hair issue free of charge. He only wants the publicity that every single news medium, including us, are giving him.
Good.
He told TMZ. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brown's set to fly to LA today, so if the $12,500 procedure that is pro bono goes well, that would mean Brown's hair is fixed, her followers are way up, Dr. Obeng gets an enormous amount of press for his plastic surgeon practice, and like Pat mentioned, Gorilla Glue probably doesn't get sued and also gets a ton of press because they prove that they work very
Well, they would have beat the lawsuit anyways. Everybody's a winner in this one.
Everyone
thank God
wins.
for the doctor helping this poor lady who sprayed permanent glue on her head.
Did you see the after she tried to rub shampoo on her head? It was like trying to buff a bowling ball. Just not a hair on her head moved.
That's amazing.
Over a month.
Well, you don't. That's why you don't cover yourself in permanent glue.
looks
All right,
great.
Last story. Glad I went down under at least once this show because I'm angry again in the last one, fellas. Back in the soft corner for the third time in 2 days. Earlier in this show, it was Christy Puten. That broke my heart because of how attractive she is, but she's got to be in the soft corner for hating weed. And this time, we're in a cotton candy soft padded cell with Elon Musk and his dipshit executive board at Tesla. You see, according to SEC filings, because Tesla is a publicly traded company, a very valuable publicly traded company, Tesla is supposed to match up to 5% of their employees' 401k salary contributions. So that's a classic corporation thing. If you got a 401k matching plan, you can give up to X percent of your salary, and the company should match it. But for a third year in a row, Tesla has not provided a single matching stock fund to any of their 401k plans. And it seems to me that the employees are probably signed up for that because, they are in the 401k plan. So Tesla's just not matching the funds.
That's how you become the richest man in the world, Will.
Yeah, the company's declined to comment on the news, but their stock price is up nearly 700% on the year, and they just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin for fun. And if this is true and the employees aren't being bonused on their retirement funds in any other way, which seems impossible that they would be considering they're governed by the SEC and they would have to report that. So they're probably just screwing over their employees. I wish terrible things upon Elon Musk and his board. Things like Chinese regulators saying Tesla quality is crap. Oh, shit, which actually already happened. So that's probably pretty bad for Tesla when they just opened up a gigafactory there and they're trying to bury the story that they're being fucked in China and the Chinese government doesn't like them. And at a minimum, Elon and the Tesla board is in the soft corner until they can make it up to us. Treat your employees better, you dickheads. I hate to do it as well, but a third punishment here might have to call him Elon Putz until he gets this right.
Can we send him and the board those sex dolls and have the hackers?
As like a Trojan horse?
Yeah.
and then hack it immediately
They'll bite their
once
dicks
they're
off.
banging the sex dolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody should do that. Somebody should do that for sure. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor today. A couple of things. I know we've got more sponsors now, and that's because the Hard Factor boys are out on our own trying to make a living in these podcast streets. And on that note, please be sure to subscribe to Hard Factor and make sure you're downloading the pod every single day on your free podcast daily app, whatever you love to listen to us on. That's how you can support the boys the most. But on top of that, if you want to grow the Hardo Hive like we do, tell a friend. If you like the show, give us a share on social media at Hard Factor News. Support our great new and old sponsors. We have a lot of them, so if you like one of these deals, it strikes your fancy, sign up for it. That helps us out. Download the new free stereo app and listen to more live Hard Factor shows for free on Wednesdays and Fridays. Those are live too, 5 Eastern. Check out the new merch at hardfactor.com. Sign up for bonus podcasts on Tuesday and Thursday at patreon.com/hardfactor. And you can get in on the Discord chat there. That's pretty fun too. But most importantly, have a great fucking day.